The landlord of corporate clients, including Facebook and Santander, is being bought by the world's biggest property investor in a move seen as a vote of confidence in the UK economy as those Brexit talks get underway. Blackstone is taking a controlling stake in flexible office space provider The Office Group in a move valuing it at £500 million. The company's chairman, Lloyd Dorfman, who founded Travelex and was a major donor to the Remain campaign in last year's referendum. He's reported to have made a profit of around £200 million on the deal. He joins me now. So, Lloyd, before we get on to that, what did you make of the start of Brexit negotiations today?
Well, I think the best thing is it started. And it's a year ago this week that we had the referendum. As the previous speakers were saying, and the uncertainty is in no one's interest. And at least we've started. The posturing inevitably happens, and you sort of hope that behind the grandstanding politicians there are some sort of earnest civil servants and bureaucrats who are actually trying to put together something that will work for everybody.
Now, as we said in the introduction, you were a backer of the Remain campaign. Yeah. Now that the UK's voted to leave, what's the best in your view that the UK can get out of this?
Well, look, I mean, I speak as someone who's set up and done business around the world. Why would you cut yourself off from 45% of your market? But my view is we are where we are. We've been through a democratic process and we have to roll our sleeves up and make the best of it. My glass is always half full, and we are a trading nation that has done things for centuries, and big change can produce big opportunity. And I believe that as important as Europe is to the UK, so at the same time Britain represents an important market for many of the Eurozone countries as well. So it's in their interests equally to find a way to trade going forward, and I hope that common sense will prevail, and ultimately everybody will be driven by what's best for them.
Now, our previous two guests, we had differing opinions there on the merits or otherwise of a transition agreement. Presumably you would want to see one.
Yes, I mean it's look, I think it would be extremely optimistic to hope that everything will be sorted out and ready for March 2019. I think, as the previous speaker said, if we can agree the heads of terms and everyone knows the framework of what it is we're working to, then the lawyers and the civil servants can beaver away to, put the agreements in place. But and that will take time. And again, we don't want to take too long. Even in business, deals with heads of terms can sometimes take too long to get sorted out. So we need to get on with it. And I think that's in everybody's interest, including Europe.
Now, looking at today's deal, a lot of people said post the Brexit vote, demand for London office space was going to dry up. I mean, this transaction is a big vote of confidence in Britain post-Brexit, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a process that we started actually back in March, long before many of the more recent dramas have happened politically. But actually going back to this week last year and the result of the referendum, we saw an uptake in inquiries for our flexible office space. The referendum the result was good for flexible office space. I think people today want to have more flexibility, want to be able to expand, they want to be able to contract. And our clients include not only SMEs and startups and co-working clients, but also major corporates who really like being in flexible space and can expand and contract. So we're very bullish and positive about that. The whole
lineup. Now, lest we forget, you founded Travelex. This is another feather in your cap. You also own Doddle, the parcels group. I mean, what gives you the eye for a good business? What makes a good investment opportunity?
I don't know. I mean, when I was running Travelex, people always thought I was a foreign exchange expert. I never was a foreign exchange expert. I'm sort of attracted to challenger businesses. I like building and creating things. I like taking on sort of the establishment a bit. And, so Travelex absolutely took on the big banks and became the largest retail foreign exchange business in the world. The Office Group, I said 7 years ago that its time has come and flexible office space was only going to go one way, and I've been vindicated over time. Doddle is an amazing business. It's all about, click and collect and in the online shopping space, and the market's only going one way.